This is a continuation of how to set up the Hedgebot, the automated crypto trader inside Meta Futures. So the next thing to do now is to bind API. The way the robot connects with your Binance account is through API. So the only access that the robot has to your account is to use your funds to buy and sell within Binance, to trade within Binance. It cannot withdraw it. And you will see when we are doing the API setup. But before you set up the API, you need to enable futures trading within Binance. So I'm going to do that right away. So let me just go to Binance. It's not automatic. If you have traded futures before, you probably have it enabled. But if you haven't, you have to come to futures within your Binance account. Click on futures. Then you have to agree to this. Then you have to, after agreement, you come here to confirm. So the referral ID is optional, so I'll click on confirm here. So when the futures loads, the future is going to ask me a couple of questions before I can start trading futures. So let me see if questions will come in here. Okay, let me just try and move funds. Okay, if I want to trade futures, of course, I need to have my funds moved from wherever I have it, whether in spot or funding to futures. So let me move my funds from funding or spot to future. Let me just move $100, as a test run. Click on transfer here. Okay, it's showing, if you look here, it's showing spot to funding. But what I actually want is spot to USDM futures. So the fund I want to move is not BTC. What I want to move is USDT. So USDT. So I'm just moving $100 for a test. So I'll confirm. Okay, good. So I'll go to my futures. And okay, good. I now have my $100 in my futures account. So now I think this is ready to trade, but it is possible that when you want to set up your own, it will ask you, to fill like a disclaimer. I just upgraded my Binance app this morning. So maybe that has been removed. But when you are doing your own, it's possible it will ask you to just answer some quiz. There's no quiz there, so I want to believe that this is good to go. So let me now go to, let me just test on something now. Click here, click on, I said I want to trade. Let me click on, I don't even know how to trade futures, but the robot is just doing the wonders for me. Okay, I guess this is good. This is good. So the next thing I want to do is, since I've enabled futures now, I can now bind, because if you don't enable the futures trading, you will not be able to tick a particular option when you are binding. So let me go to the binding now. Now to do that, you click on that, you create API first. So I'll go to Home and Binance, click on Home. I'll click on More. Under More, I will see API binding. I need to create my API key here and put it inside the Meta Futures. So I'll click on API Management rather. So it's going to ask me to name my API. I can give it any name. I'm going to name this Hedgebot, so that if you have multiple APIs connected to your Binance, it will be easy for you to know which one is for which. So of course, I'm going to accept this. So create API. So I'm going to name the API Hedgebot, and I'll click on next. And you know the way it is with Binance, when you want to create API, it will ask to send code to your phone or email, which you have to input back here to be sure. So you can see the code. Let me just pause this and input the code, and I'll continue from here. So I've picked the code sent to me by Binance to verify that I'm actually the owner of the account trying to do API. So I'll submit. I don't know if you can see the screen, but at times this portion doesn't show on video. Okay, so the API has been created. You can see it here, Hedgebot, and it has two properties here. It has the API key and the secret key. So usually the secret key disappears fast. It will become scrambled soon. So the best thing for you to do is to copy the secret key, copy, and go and save it somewhere so that when you need to have recourse to it, you can have access to it. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to save it one of my folders. So I've copied the secret key somewhere where I can have access to it when I need it. So I'll go to Binance now. So now I need to edit this thing. I need to come here to enable futures here. So the way to do that is to scroll up. Remember the Hedgebot trades futures. Scroll up and come here to edit. So I'll click on edit, and I'll come here. I'll come and tick on enable futures. Now, if you didn't go to Binance as I showed at the first initially, you didn't go to Binance to accept the condition of Binance on futures, this thing will not be available for you to enable. So I've enabled it. So the next thing now is I'll come here to put in the trusted IP from Meta Futures. So let me go to Meta Futures briefly. The combined API in Meta Futures. From there, I'll be able to pick the trusted IP that's required. So it's loading. Okay, I'll click on Bind API. So I'll click on Binance, add API key. So here you can see this is how I'll pick the trusted IPs. So I'm going to click on copy. That's the sign beside all the numbers. Come back here, paste it inside this space. Pasted. Then I'll click on confirm. So that is done. So the next thing now is to save these settings. But before I save, just to make things fast. Okay, no, let me just save anyway. Just come here and okay, let me make it fast. Before I save, let me copy the API key, the secret key, and go and paste within within Hedgebot. So I'll copy the secret key here, copy, go to Meta Futures, secret key, come here and paste it. Okay, paste, and I'll go back to copy the API key here, copy. So I'm trying to kind of multitask. Come to API key here and paste. So I'll now go back to this place in Binance to save the setting, which I could as well do before. Okay, what is this one saying? Continue editing quickly. Let me look at this. Enable futures. No, this one is not. This is the issue. This shouldn't be enabled. I don't need this. Okay, so I will save these. Okay, good. So Binance will send a code to my phone that I need to input back into the app to be sure that I'm the owner of the account. So I'll get the code, of course, come and input it. But while I'm trying to get that, let me go back to Meta Futures. Okay, let me just get that, sort that one out first. That won't be confusing. Okay. So I picked the code from Binance and the API has been fully set up. So we'll go back to Meta Futures. Remember, I've copied the secret key, the API, I've copied them into these spaces. So the next thing I'll need to do now is I'll come here and click on I've read the risk notice carefully. I'll tick it. Then I'll need a code. I'll click on send code here so that Meta Futures will send a code to the email I registered with, and I'll pick the code, come and paste it in the verification code. Then the binding will take place. So let me pause this while I pick the key. So you can see this is the mail from Meta Futures that they used to send the code to my email. I will click on it, pick the code. You can see it's here 7804. So I'll go back to paste it inside this space. I think it's 7804. Did I get it right? I hope so. 7804. Let me just cross check. Okay, 7804. I got it. Then once that is done, I will come and click on continue, and the binding will be effected. Continue. Okay, I have to proceed with this. Yeah, this is a disclaimer, so I have to click on proceed. Okay, then all these points, all these things, I have to click agree to each of them. Once you agree to it, you come and tap on this one to scroll to the next one. You need to agree as well. It's agree as well. You have to agree to all these terms. Agree as well. Let me cross check to be sure that I actually did. Okay, I've not ticked this. Okay, all ticked. I'll now click on bind, the yellow button. Bind. Okay, binding done. Simple. So 2 or 3 more things remain. So now that the binding has been done, I'll come here, come to this. Okay, these 3 lines here. I'll click on it to do the KYC quickly. Click on this, scroll. You will see profile KYC. You have to do that quickly. So this is where you'll be able to put your name. As want your name to be displayed, mobile number cannot be changed once you have used at the point of getting on board. And you put your state, you put your city. Then when you want to withdraw your commissions from referral, not from trade, the commission from trade goes directly into your Binance. But commission from referral, if you want to withdraw, you need to input the wallet that we're withdrawing into, and that is easy. Just go to Binance, go to USDT, click on deposit, pick the address, and come and paste it. Come and paste it here. So once you do that, you click on submit. That's the KYC done. And after the KYC has been done, the next thing you want to do is you want to change this from demo. As it is showing demo, you want to change from demo to live. I'll change it from demo. I'll change to real account. So you can see it has been changed successfully. So you can see it has been changed successfully. And ordinarily, this place should be showing the balance in my meta features. I think when I refresh it to show it, then the next thing now is to come and enable the Hedgebot. So this is the Hedgebot. Click on the Hedgebot. Okay, it's saying that please activate your ID first. Remember that I've not activated this account. I only did a demo. So when I activate the account, at least by funding it with the subscription fee and the gas fee, then I'll be able to launch the Hedgebot. Then when I launch the Hedgebot, there are only 2 things there. There are 2 columns. The first column will ask me for my number of trades. At the moment, the Hedgebot is only trading BNB and ETH. So you will choose 2. Then it will ask for first order amount. So the first order amount will depend on your capital. So the way you will do it, the first order amount should be calculated in such a way that at any point to start with, the government will not be using more than 20% of your capital to trade with. So let's say you have $200 to trade with. The first number of trades is 2, and first order amount will be 10. So that means the robot will open 2 positions for BNB, 1 short, 1 long, with $10 each. And then 2 positions for ETH, 1 short, 1 long, with $10 each, making $40. The $40 is 20% of your capital. So that means if you are starting with $400, you are trading with 2 coins, but first order amount will be $20. And also the robot will suggest to you what to input. But once you do that and you click on start, the robot starts to work. It's 100% automated. At times when it starts working, it will only open maybe long for BNB, watching the market, long for ETH. It will only open the short or vice versa when there is need to do that. So that is how to do this. And once it starts working, the profit starts coming in, trickling in trickles, and so far I can project that this will be like 20% or more per month. Thank you for watching to this point.